problem with freedom is that more often than not, people who call for
Welcome to the beautiful lies we tell ourselves. Part 1. Most of us always talk about freedom. How we want freedom, we want to be free. True freedom is power. And with great power comes great responsibility. So that means a lot of us have to work for that freedom. The harsh reality is most of us don't even want freedom. We're just talking. Intellectual masturbation, if you will. Ideal of it sounds nice of us being in a circle just talking and everything, the conversation is good. But are you willing to work for it? Because if you looking for the person that enslaved you to give you freedom, got another thing coming. Most people are enslaved by the jobs. They talk about the system, the economy, and all of these things. What happens if they say everything is shut down? The dollars don't matter no more. The way to keep your own lights on, everything is on you. Trust me, we'll be ready to hurry back to go back to work. Most of us really are. Like the slave master letting all the slaves go, right? Slaves running, they happy, they free, and next thing you know, they like, what do we do now? We've been so enslaved with the chain on our brains, we would literally go back to the person that enslaved us and gave us our freedom and come back and say, well, what do we do now? That's conditioning. The point that slavery is comfort. True freedom is discipline. Most of us don't even have it. We are enslaved by our pleasure, the food that we eat, liquor that we drink. Some of us love to get high on a regular day basis. There's a quote that says, give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt. That means make slavery comfortable. As long as I'm feeding you and entertaining you, you're going to be too lazy to do anything. On top of that, you're comfortable and there is no growth in comfort. That's why nobody's even willing to die for freedom these days. Just like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Taking the roles that they took, they knew that there was a possibility that they can get killed, and they did get killed. Because you are one man standing up to the masses. Those two brothers had a different way of thinking, but the one common goal that they had in mind was freedom. Who's willing to step up and die for freedom? Like, who is that one person that says, I'm willing to make that sacrifice? This one body can sacrifice for billions. As long as we got the Shade Room, as long as we got TikTok, YouTube, and all these things, entertainment, Popeyes update their chicken sandwich, there's nothing else to really talk about. When I see a janitor or anybody complain about the job they have, bitching about, I don't feel sorry for them. In essence, there's one you. There's billions of jobs. There's so many other states. Better yet, create something of your own. Most people love to say these things about economic freedom. They don't want to work. But what they really not telling you is, I'm just lazy. Because you do understand to follow your own dreams, to put things into yourself, it's going to require more work than it would you being an employee. If you're building a business, you probably gonna have to be the first one in the office and the last one to leave. Master your craft, you gotta do things 1,000,000 times before you get paid for it so you can master your craft. Freedom really costs work. In essence, I say that to say this, unpopular opinion, just like a fat man looking at his ideal body, with the six-pack abs and the chest and all of these things. He's not willing to do the diet and the exercise to get it. Most of us like the ideal of freedom, but we don't want to do what it takes to get free. For those who need it.